Order! 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 In the court! It's me, Punk Rock! Welcome back! Welcome back! It's been a while since we've been in the courtroom, hasn't it? We're back with the third game, which I didn't play yet. Apparently, I must have played the first game on stream as well, but I guess I didn't do it on YouTube, so the second one's up. I was like, okay, yeah, I definitely played the second one. I guess we'll play the third one. Let me know if the game audio is crazy. I feel like it might be a bit loud, right? That might be better. That might be better. Okay, yes. Phoenix, dude, I'm fucking excited. I'm excited to get back to, like a murder. Well, is Phoenix Wright always murder? Is this just Danganronpa, but for, like, I don't know, insane individuals? I forget if everyone's a murder. I'm pretty sure it is, right? I'm pretty sure every trial is a murder. God, is Phoenix Wright comes into this, like, the first game, like, immediately? He's just he's like, is he like a DA? He's not, right? But he just comes into it straight away and he's on murder duty. That's rough. That's like, it feels like you work your way up to that, right? It feels like you work your way up to murder, but nah, Phoenix Wright's like straight in there. Honestly, like, fair play. Fair play. I don't remember, like, serious, you asked, do I remember what happened in the last, do you need to remember what happened in the last game? I don't know. I don't know, because I see the artwork for this one, and it has Maya in. And I thought Maya, spoilers, spoilers for the 2 games before this, I thought Maya died in the first one. Like, isn't she one of the murder cases? So maybe this is a prequel? Question mark? Although I guess, like, her ghost appears through her sister, right? And her sister's... yeah, all right, we'll get into that. Vespa, what's up? How you doing? Do I mean Mia? Yes, I assume I mean Mia. That's what I'm saying. It's been a while. It's been a little while since I played, all right? I've been deep in the trenches of the Danganronpa game series. It's nice to get back to something a bit more wholesome. And I say wholesome, it's still based around murder, but I hope shoot, who's because the first one, like, well, oh god, should we just get into this? I'm trying to remember, like, all the characters, like the quote unquote bad guys, because, like, well, obviously you got Edgy, but Edgy's like Edgy. I feel like we defended Edgeworth in the last game, right? Isn't he on our side now? He's probably still playing Tsundere, but there was the Von Karma. That's who I'm thinking of. I was like, who's the girl with, like, the whip? Von Karma. What a legend. You defended him in the first game. Oh my, have I played the second game? No, yeah, right? The second one's called Injustice for All. Right? Well, I can check. Yes. The last one I played was Justice for All. I've definitely played... Yeah, I did the circus one. Yeah. Okay, this is great. This is fantastic. I'm glad you're here. Let's just... See? Aww. Wait, why does everyone look so cute? That's Mia, right? She died, right? I mean, we'll find out, I guess. We'll find out. I mean, she definitely did, but... Ah! How did I get into this mess? Oh, who is this? Why? Why did I do that? Ooh. I like this music a lot. Hey, it's none of your business. I'm telling you for your sake. If you continue to see her, it's going to be bad news. You're lying! Just listen to me. There's something you need to know about that girl. Stop it! Don't talk about her like that. Ooh, the controller. Oh, wait, did Phoenix Wright kill somebody? That's an adorable sweater. It wasn't me. I didn't. I didn't do it. Is that Phoenix? Slam those potatoes. Yeah, I brought back my Egyptian hands. They look just as terrible as always. April 11th, 9:40 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 3. It's finally time. So Mia's alive. I'm kind of nervous. Oh, Mr. Grossberg! Wait, are we Mia? Should I? I feel like I haven't done the Southern American voice in a while. Oh, Mr. Grossberg, good morning.
Oh, Mia, please calm yourself down. You're going to get yourself arrested for suspicious behavior, you know?
What are you talking about? I am relaxed, Mr. Grossberg. Look at me, I am relaxed.
Let go of my lapels. You obviously haven't got the temperament to be a lawyer.
I'm so sorry. It's just that I'm so nervous today.
Oh, that's right. And this is your first time in the big leagues, isn't it?
This is a prequel? Or maybe this case is a prequel.
Well, never you fear, my dear. I'm Marvin Grossberg. I'm at your service.
Actually, this is my second time in court.
Still, you surprised me. What with your earnest request last night? Let me handle this case, you suddenly said. Quite forcefully, too.
I just found out yesterday. About the case, I mean.
What? You've already learned all the relevant facts?
Well, about that, you see, I mean, of course I have. I think.
Oh, dear. In any case, don't let our client see you're so nervous. You see the poor young man in the pink sweater over there? That's our client.
So... Oh, she looks so cute! Good morning there, everybody. Good morning. Try to keep smiling, Mia. I just want to say I'll give it all I've got. Yep, it would be fine. No problem. Oh, what's wrong? Do you have a cold or something, Mr. Rye? He looks like a little... He looks so cute. Actually, it's right. Like the Flying Brothers. People screw it up all the time. Yeah, I have a cold. That's what this mask is for. My doc says this way, I won't give it to anyone else. Be kind to others, he says. Right, Mr. Wright, you have nothing to fear in court today. If you're truly innocent, I promise I'll save you. Please let go of my shirt. That's right, he's the one on trial, not you. He's the one who should be nervous. Did this happen in... My recollection of the Phoenix Wright timeline is all off. Because the first game just starts with, I guess he already works with Mia. You need to stay strong for your client, Mia. My name is Mia Fey. I'm still pretty new at this lawyer thing. The first time I appeared in court was a year ago. But that trial traumatized me so badly. I thought I'd never set foot in another courtroom. It's been 1 year since then, and, well, here I am again. But this time I'm gonna win. Pobrecito. For my client, and for myself. April 11th, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 2. Oh, it's this guy! It's the little weasel. Oh, wait, what was the judge's voice? I don't remember. I feel like I had a voice for the judge. I feel like it's the same as Grossberg's voice, though. Court is now in session for the trial of Phoenix Wright. The defense is ready, Your Honor.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The defense today is Miss Mia Fey, was it?
Yes, Your Honor. Is there a problem?
I was under the impression that Marvin Grossberg was to be leading the defense.
Also, 9/11 never happened in the Phoenix Wright universe. Also, California is part of Japan. How it should be. Where's the dishonest when you need her? Well, you see, Mr. Grossberg had a bit of an emergency.
Emergency? But isn't that him standing there right next to you?
Yeah, well...
You're just a rookie. You sure you can really handle this?
Don't let him scare you, Mia. Give me a toughest look.
Ooh.
Slam! Of course, Your Honor. I think... I think, you know what it was? I think it was just like Chris Broad.
Mr. Payne, your opening statement, please.
Well, I can't believe a veteran like me has to spend his time babysitting a new defense lawyer. Don't worry, little girl. It'll all be over soon.
What was that all about? Was he trying to trash talk me?
Now then, I'd like to proceed with his summary.
Look at this fucking quiff. Is he like balding in the first game? I remember him like not having that quiff. Case 2 said, oh, it takes place partially on September 11th. Never forget.
The incident occurred on the campus of Ivy University. The murder victim was a student named Doug Swallow, and there's nothing funny about that name. He was a fourth-year student studying pharmacology.
It sounds like he was a very bright young man.
Yeah, well, next we have a photo taken at the scene of the crime.
He like boofs his little pompadour. God, the vibe is so different from Danganronpa. It's so refreshing.
Students discovered the scene shortly after the murder. They found the victim's body and the defendant, who had obviously bungled his getaway.
That certainly makes the defendant look very suspicious indeed. Very well. The court accepts this photo into the record of evidence.
The crime took place behind an IVU building.
By the way, I can't quite tell the cause of death from this photo.
Your reputation for sagacity.
Sagacity? I've never seen that word or heard that word. Saga. Let me hang on. Sagacity. Sagacity.
Your reputation for sagacity is well earned, Your Honor. The truth is that this victim was died a rather unusual death.
An unusual death?
What do you mean, Mr. Payne?
Well, perhaps the defense would like to take this question.
Huh?
A simple question. I thought I might loosen you up a bit. I am a genteel man, if you will.
A what? Stand up to him, Mia! Show him what you're made of.
A perfect opportunity. Well, what was it? The case? Go on. Please say you know at least this much.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't get a chance to read through the whole file. Mia, you didn't even look at the cause of death?
Oh, my hemorrhoids are beginning to act up. Now, see here! The details of the case were filed under the court record. But you knew that already, didn't you?
Ah, the court record. I think I can see that by pressing the R button.
All of the weapons we need can be found in the court record. Take a good, hard look at the data there and think carefully before you answer me, dear.
Yes, sir. I'll do just that. I've got to stay calm. I can't let our prosecutor get the better of me. The court record. Okay, let's take a look. I just pressed the R button here.
Now then, would the attorney for the defense please answer the question? What was the cause of death?
Oh, wait. Court record. It looked like electrocution, right? A fatal electric shock. Yes. Electrocution. According to the court record, it was a fatal electric shock. In other words, electrocution.
Electrocution? But how could such a thing happen? Did the murderer use some type of new super powerful stun gun, perhaps?
The answer to that will become crystal clear as this trial proceeds, Your Honor. But before that, there is one more vital issue.
What's that?
Why, motive, of course. Apparently, there was some bad blood between the victim and the defendant.
Bad blood?
What do you mean?
Oopsie, I'm terribly sorry. You're the defense attorney, so you must know all about it. I shouldn't be stealing your spotlight like this.
His voice is getting worse and worse. Sorry. I really don't like this guy's smug attitude. Hello, Pawn. Hello, Dreamers. Hello. Thank you for joining me here in the courtroom.
That's Winston Payne for you. He is one smooth operator, if you catch my drift.
You don't
Call him the Rocky Killer for nothing, you know. Ooh. Now then, let's hear from the defense. What was the source of the bad blood between the victim and the defendant? And this time, I would like to see some supporting evidence.
Evidence?
I don't need to get all worked up over this. As I said, all our weapons can be found in the court record. Find the evidence you need and then shove it in old Greybeard's face.
Yes, sir. Into old Greybeard's face.
Mr. Grossberg, try to set a better example for the young lady. Yeah, evidence isn't the only thing in the court record. People's profiles are as well. You can toggle between profiles and evidence with the R button, so be sure to go over it all. Now then, let's see what you've got. What was the cause of the bad blood between Phoenix Wright and the victim?
Profiles. Ooh, Dahlia Hawthorne. Phoenix Wright's girlfriend. Dated the victim, Doug Swallow, up until 8 months ago. Is Doug Swallow supposed to be like a funny... They're usually pun names, right? Phoenix Wright's girlfriend. Okay. You just had a lovely chat with a member of the public? That sounded sarcastic. Present. The reason for the bad blood between the two of them was this woman here.
Dahlia Hawthorne, is it?
Very good, Miss Fay. You seem to have picked up on at least this much.
You love being verbally threatened at 8:30 in the morning. Ugh. I am so sorry. That's why I don't go outside. A redhead. Yeah, it's good to see representation.
This woman is the girlfriend of the defendant, Phoenix Wright. But up until about 8 months ago, she was with the victim, Mr. Swallow. Clearly, she has some part to play in this story.
Alright, done this again. Before the cross-examination starts, he's already got the judge thinking like he wants.
As if, like, this guy's a threatening presence in this game. Did Mia just destroy him in this case?
Very well, Mr. Payne. Please call your first witness.
If it pleases the court, the prosecution would like to call Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Oh, Phoenix is on the stand?
The defendant himself? Well, Miss Fay?
It's fine. After all, Mr. Wright's innocent. Right? The defense has no objection.
Very well. The court calls Mr. Phoenix Wright to the witness stand.
I don't like him flicking his little hairball. I know, it's very strange.
Witness, please state your name and occupation.
Oh, yeah, my name's Phoenix Wright. My job is, well, right now I guess I'm a suspect.
No, he means what did you do before you were arrested?
Oh, yeah, I was a university student.
Mr. Wright, you understand that you are suspected in the death of your fellow student,
Doug But I didn't do it. I'm innocent, I tell you. I'm telling you I was...
Will the defendant please refrain from passing on his cold to the rest of us?
It seems the witness has something he wants to say.
Well then, Mr. Wright, please tell us about your relation to the victim.
Right away, Your Honor. Okay. I admit I was there. But I'm not a killer! All I did was find his body. I hardly knew the guy to begin with. I never even talked to that stuck-up British wannabe. What?
I see. So you hardly knew the victim?
Right. Like I said, I'm not a killer. Ugh. It looks like the judge understands.
You're being naive, you know. Too naive.
Huh?
It seems you've forgotten one small thing, young lady.
And that would be?
This witness still has to undergo something called cross-examination.
Cross-examination?
He's right. And it's the defense's duty to carry out the cross-examination. The purpose is to determine if a witness's testimony contains any contradictions.
Contradictions?
If a witness is lying, their statement will conflict with the court record. But
Mr. Wright is my client.
even if he is a client in court, all lies must be struck down.
Wait, serious? You were in a court getting cross-examined? Are you allowed to talk about it? What does he mean by that? Is he saying that testimony just now that there was a lie? A contradiction? Phoenix wouldn't lie.
Now then, your cross-examination, if you please, Miss Faye.
You do it for your job? Oh. Please, Mr. Wright. Please tell me you haven't been lying. Oh. He looks guilty. You wouldn't do that to me, would you? The victim and I. I admit I was there. I'm not a killer. All I did was find his body. I hardly knew the guy to begin with. I never even talked to that stuck-up British wannabe. Do you think you can manage on your own? Yeah, I guess. 1 year ago, I was in a courtroom just like this. I can do it. I can handle this myself.
No. You mustn't try to bite off more than you can chew, Maynard. It'll be fine.
I'll be fine. I know what I have to do.
Remember, you can always press him to get more information. Oh, one more thing. When you're going to state a contradiction, make sure you present some definitive proof.
Okay, Mia. One more time. From the very beginning of his testimony. So what do I have? Cause of death was a fatal electric shock. The crime. What about the profiles? He currently has a cold. Dated the victim up until 8 months ago. I admit I was there, but I'm not a killer. All I did was find his body. I hardly knew the guy to begin with. I never even talked to that stuck-up British wannabe. So, like, we know that's a lie because we saw the scene, but, like, how do we... Oh, we can press him, though, right? Oh, we can press him. Oh, that's right. We can just press him on everything. I'm just trying to remember how this game works. We're not in truth bullet territory anymore. Yeah, because we can press him on everything. When you say there, you mean the place where the victim was murdered? Yeah, sort of. The place where something happened anyway.
Something? You can't hide what happened. We have photographic evidence.
Sorry for this sneezing ASMR. Anyway, Mr. Wright, what were you doing at the scene of the crime? I thought you said you didn't know the victim, Mr. Swallow. It was just a coincidence. We bumped into each other by accident.
A coincidence?
But I'm not a killer. All I did was find his body. You say you found the body, so who called the police? Huh? Which...
Unfortunately, it was some other student that notified the police.
Other students?
That's correct. They were witness. Witnesses who saw the defendant standing there next to the body in shock.
What? Is this true, Mr. Wright?
Could you stop sneezing every time you're in a bind? Well, it's true that I was pretty shocked when I found the body. But I hardly knew the guy to begin with. So, you didn't know his face or even his name, right? Right! Well, no. That is, I mean... So, which is it? Did you know him or not? Can we talk about my South Park hands? Well, I'm making an objection, alright? What do you need? I need hands to make an objection.
Now, see here, you can't avoid answering the question by sneezing all day.
Well, I guess I did know his name. It's upsetting? What do you mean? Objection! News to me. Why didn't he tell me that before? I heard he used to date Dolly.
Who's this Dolly person?
Oh, yes, that would be the defendant's lover, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
Oh, I see. Ah, young love. So bittersweet.
But that's all I knew about him. I never even talked to that stuck-up British one. Yeah, how'd you know that? Mr. Wright, you stated the following in your testimony. I hardly knew the guy to begin with. That's right. I mean, why would I even... That doesn't sound right. If you hardly knew him. Why would you say that the victim was a stuck-up British wannabe? Well, Mr. Wright... no, it wasn't me. I'm not a killer, I swear.
Mr. Wright, I will give you an opportunity to revise your testimony. How is it that you knew the victim was, as you put it, a stuck-up British wannabe?
Yeah, well... He was always walking around with a huge Union Jack on the back of his shirt. Shit. I can handle it myself, Grossberg. Stop asking. God, why does it give me this every time I go around the loop? Okay, I admit I was there. But I'm not a killer. Should I press this? David, how you doing? Did you see that at the crime scene? The Union Jack, I mean. Yeah, that's right. I saw the crime scene. That's why I figured he must love British stuff, see? I mean, who doesn't? It's true! Cross my heart! I swear I didn't do it. He's acting fishier than the salmon I ate last night.
May I ask you something, Mr. Fay? Miss Fay?
Yes, Your Honor. What is it now?
Who is this person anyway? This Union Jack fella?
Union Jack is the name of the United Kingdom's flag.
Whoa, UK mentioned.
Oh, I see. So you mean like the stars and stripes, right?
As usual, Your Honor, your insight astounds me.
Hey, something just occurred to me. I can gift 10 memberships. Let me just do that. Ba 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 ba. What? Oh, I forgot it plays the sound. You haven't watched Ace Attorney this far? Is that loud? Whee! All right, I'm just throwing some YouTube memberships out because apparently I can just give away 10 a month. I do like that about YouTube. All right, let's. Woo! That is fun. That is one reason that I like YouTube over over Twitch. This is spoiler. You're good, David. You're good. I understand. I understand. We've only just started, but if you're not this far, I wouldn't want to ruin it for you. Oh my god, have I got another 5 to go? I shouldn't have done this. Should I just mute the audio? Let's just mute the audio. Hey, something just occurred to me. Isn't there something strange about this bit just now?
There's a contradiction here.
Mr. Grossberg.
Quickly now, shut up or you mean business.
Okay, Mia. Check the court record carefully.
Well, my dear, do you think you can manage on your own from this point?
I already said I could! Oh my goodness. Why is he gonna do this every time? So is it the, we can't see his back? Is it the photo? Oh no, we can't. Oh, there's no Union Jack on his back. So I think that's it. With a huge Union Jack on the back of his shirt. So we present this, right? Objection! Are you certain you saw the Union Jack? Yeah, I am sure. It was right there on his back.
Miss Faye, is there some point to this line of questioning?
Your Honor, please take another look at the crime scene photo. As you can see, there's absolutely nothing on the victim's back. Hey, wait a minute. He's wearing a leather jacket. The Union Jack was on the back of the t-shirt he was wearing. I was under the impression that you accidentally came across the body. Phrasing. But if that really was the case, you wouldn't know that, would you? You'd have no idea at all what he was wearing underneath that jacket. Slime! Mr. Wright, you've been lying to me. Oh, please forgive me.
Mia, you made our client cry.
Let him. That P on his chest doesn't stand for Phoenix anyway. I can't believe I trusted him. Mr. Wright was all wrong.
That was an impressive bit of cross-examination. Thank you for uncovering the defendant's lies for me. It's quite clear this man did not simply stumble across the scene of this crime.
Uh-oh. Did I go too far?
By the way, Mr. Wright, you seem to have a rather bad cold. Have you been taking any medicine for it?
Yeah, I took some, but...
Was the medicine that you took an over-the-counter brand called Cold Killer X?
Yeah, that's right. It kills colds good. Hey, wait a second. How did you know I'm a big fan of Cold Killer X?
Would you happen to have that medicine with you right now?
Well, actually, I seem to have lost it somewhere. I see where this is going, Phoenix. He lost it. Does this even have anything to do with the case?
Mr. Wright, shall I tell you where your cold medicine is right now?
Huh?
Your Honor, I'd like you to take another look at another photo from the crime scene.
Gasp! What's this? In the victim's hand, it's...
Cold Killer X!
Come on. That's circumstantial. Yeah, but even I've got a bottle of Cold Killer X in my apartment.
Sorry, but I'm afraid that argument won't work. There's no doubt as to who this bottle of Cold Killer X belongs to. Especially since Mr. Wright's fingerprints are all over it.
What?
Sensing his murderous intent, Mr. Swallow must have picked up the bottle of medicine, dropped by Mr. Wright, and hid it in his hand. His purpose in doing so can only have been to identify his killer as Phoenix Wright.
Order in the court.
Your Honor, I'd like to present this photo and bottle as evidence.
Very well. The court will accept them into the record.
Crime photo 2 added to the court record. Cold Killer X added to the court record.
Also, the victim's wristwatch was broken.
Broken.
Yes, it ceased functioning when a large wave of electricity passed through it. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have some kind of explanation for all this?
This is really bad.
Oh, my buttocks. My poor, poor hemorrhoids.
What is this character? What really happened? The truth is, I went because he called me. He was in the pharmacology department, so we agreed to meet at 2:45 behind that building. We talked for a bit, and then around 3 we split up. And later, when I went back, I found him lying there. I've been taking Cold Killer X for the last 2 or 3 days, but I lost my bottle of it around lunchtime on the day of the accident. Good morning, Faz Gang. Good morning, Fuzzy Fazbear.
Mr. Wright, that's completely different from the testimony you gave previously.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I was afraid you wouldn't believe the truth.
You'll forgive me if I say I hardly find your current testimony any more credible.
Miss Faye, please begin your cross-examination.
Oh, please, Mr. Rat, don't tell any more lies. What really happened? So there's no harm to press everything, right? I went because he called me. I don't think pressing everything ever is bad. I think it's just presenting the wrong thing, right? Had you ever met the victim before then? No, never! But that day, he called me up and told me he wanted to talk about Dolly.
And this Dolly person is...
It's kind of embarrassing. She's my, sweetheart.
Oh, what was that for, Mia?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I just felt like slapping something all of a sudden.
Dolly Hawthorne was also the lover of the murder victim, Doug Swallow. Before she met Mr. Wright, that is.
So it was one of those nasty love triangles, I see.
He was in the pharmacology department, so we agreed to meet at 2:45 behind the building. Was it Mr. Swallow who indicated you should meet at 2:45? Is this Love Island? Yeah, his head was turned. Yep, and we were both there right on time.
You said the victim was in the pharmacology department, correct?
Yeah, he was studying how to manufacture and improve pharmaceuticals. Everyone called him the alchemist of IVU.
An alchemist? I see.
I gotta admit, it was a little suspicious. He had a whole laboratory and everything. It was filled with chemicals and strange machines that run on high voltage electricity.
Oh, how fascinating. He sounds like he was quite an ambitious young man.
What do I do? Maybe I should ask him for some more details. About timing of the meeting, about pharmacology department. Forget about it. Let's ask him about the timing of the meeting. So you are absolutely certain you met at 2:45? Yeah, pretty sure. That's the time class ends. But they're always doing experiments, so it doesn't matter much. Experiments? Yeah, those pharmacology guys are always in the lab whipping up something. Well, it looks like he's right about the time anyway.
Witness, let's get on with your testimony.
We talked for a bit, and then around 3 we split up. So what was it you were talking about? You know. Maybe we should hang out again sometime. Hang out again sometime? I wish that were true. Later when I went back, I found him lying there. So you say you went back? Yeah, that's when I found the body. God, I wish there was a Columbo video game. Why'd you go back in the first place? Weren't you angry with him? Well, that's right, I was. And why, Mr. Wright? Why'd you go back there? I thought maybe we could make up and kiss. It really is a love triangle. Judging by the atmosphere, I'm pretty sure no one's buying this. I've been taking Cold Killer X for the last 2 or 3 days. It's rather unusual to catch cold this time of year, isn't it? Yeah, I always get a little careless when the weather starts to warm up. I guess I shouldn't sleep with the window open this early in spring, huh? I suppose common sense is not always common. So, did anyone else know that you were taking cold medicine? Well, I always took one after meals, so I'm pretty sure all my friends knew about it. But I lost my bottle. Let me just check the, I'm just gonna check the evidence, like properly look at it. So it stopped at just past 3. Cold Killer X. What is Cold Killer X? Covered in Wright's fingerprints. Okay. On the day of the incident, what'd you do for lunch? Huh? What does that have to do with anything? You can never be too sure. I always eat with Dolly. Just the two of us. Dolly's homemade lunches are just the greatest. Her mini omelets are magically delicious.
Why did you punch me in the jaw?
I'm sorry. I just felt like hurting someone all of a sudden.
Yeah?
I don't know. I can't seem to find any contradictions.
The boy isn't exactly what I'd call a natural born liar, you know? But still, we can't have him continue to spout nonsense.
I know, but what can I do?
Well, I'm certain he must well be hiding something. Information! Right now, it's information we need more than anything else.
I mean, I pressed everything. I went because he called me. He was in the pharmacology department, so we agreed to meet at 2:45 behind the building. We talked for a bit, and then around 3 we split up. Then later, when I went back, I found him lying there. I've been taking cold chlorics the last 2-3 days, but I lost my bottle of it around lunchtime on the day of the accident. So, though, I know on one of the ones that I pressed, it gave me the option to ask more about the pharmacology department. Let's just press... beep, 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 beep. I think it might be the second one. Yeah, I think it was this. I think I can get more information on the pharmacology department, right? Yeah. I was wondering if you could tell us a bit more about the pharmacology department. Well, okay, sure. I don't know all that much, though. A little bit earlier in your testimony, you said something interesting. You said the department uses strange machines that run on high voltage electricity. That's right. And they sure look dangerous. They use non-standard voltages, so there are high voltage cables everywhere. High voltage cables? Yeah, there were electrical poles set up all around the building. The high voltage cables run overhead around the roof. Finally, I think we're getting somewhere.
I think that's enough for now. So the defendant and the victim met at approximately the time of death, and then the defendant returned to the scene for some unknown reason.
I'm not entirely convinced by his explanation about the medicine bottle either.
Let me be frank here, Mr. Wright. Your testimony cannot be trusted.
What do you mean?
I knew it was too much work for a little girl.
However, there is one mystery that still remains.
There is, Your Honor.
How the murder was carried out, of course. Just how was the victim electrocuted? I don't believe the murder weapon has been produced yet, correct?
Well, that is... You are correct, Your Honor.
So, how exactly was Mr. Swallow killed?
'Cause,
How exactly was Mr. Swallow killed? 'Cause, how exactly was Mr. Swallow killed? 'Cause, how exactly was Mr. Swallow killed? 'Cause, how exactly was Mr. Swallow killed? 'Cause, how exactly was Mr. Swallow killed? 'Cause, how exactly was Mr. Swallow killed? 'Cause, how exactly was Mr. Swallow killed? 'Cause, how exactly was Mr. Swallow killed? 'Cause, how exactly was Mr. Swallow killed? 'Cause, how exactly was Mr. Swallow killed? 'Cause, how exactly was Mr. Swallow killed? 'Cause, how exactly was Mr. Swallow killed? 'Cause, how exactly was Mr. Swallow killed? 'Cause, how exactly was Mr. Swallow killed? 'Cause, how exactly was If I could somehow establish how it was done, maybe I could still come out of this mess smelling like a rose. Establish murder method. Can't right now. I can't right now. I do have one idea, but it would be impossible to prove it.
Mabel dear, if you have any ideas, now's the time to present them.
Mr. Grossberg.
Remember, silence is not golden. In court, anyway.
Silence is not golden, huh? Well, in that case... Your Honor!
Yes?
I believe that if we were to piece together everything we've heard up until now, we should be able to solve the mystery of how Mr. Swallow died.
That would be most impressive.
Quite the brash statement coming from a rookie. But even a beginner like you must understand the basic rules of the court, yes? An attorney must be able to substantiate their arguments with evidence.
Of course I know that. Actually, I had totally forgotten about that.
Now then, Miss Faye, let me see what you've got. Show me how you believe the victim was electrocuted.
Ooh. Okay. So wait. Oh. Was it the umbrella? Did he have the cold medicine in his hand? Oh, I guess it's in the closed hand. I assume it was the umbrella. I think the umbrella, right? As for the cause of death, I'd say this picture captures it quite well.
What? But there's nothing that even remotely resembles a murder weapon here. I'm afraid the defense is going to have to explain this in a bit more detail.
Where exactly in this photo is the murder weapon? Meow. It's gotta be this, right? Well, naturally, it's right around here, I think.
Miss Faye, I'm deeply disappointed in you.
I'm disappointed as well, Miss Faye.
To be honest, I'm a bit disappointed too, Mia.
Wait, was that not right? I need to use my brain. What brain? Wait, it's not the umbrella? Or was it just the exposed wire? I assumed it was the umbrella. Well, naturally, it's right here.
That's... What is that?
A severed electric cable, I believe, Your Honor. Remember the testimony we've heard. The machines the pharmacology students use in their experiments require high voltage. And because of that, there are special high voltage cables strung up everywhere.
So that the high voltage cable?
Yes, the high voltage cable is the cause of death. That's the most likely explanation.
That certainly sounds plausible. Well, Mr. Payne, what do you have to say about this?
Well, I believe some praise is in order.
Don't toy with me, old man.
No, the victim's cause of death may indeed have been a high voltage cable. However, I want you to think about what that really implies. The only one who had the opportunity to use the cable as a murder weapon was... the defendant!
That much is certainly true.
Yes, and that's not all. We have proof. Irrefutable proof that will establish Mr. Wright was the murderer.
You do? Well, what is it?
His fingerprints.
Fingerprints? You mean that the defendant's fingerprints were on something besides the medicine bottle?
Let's take another look at the crime scene photo.
Oh, was it my fingerprints on the umbrella?
The victim is wearing a leather jacket. And as you may know, leather holds fingerprints quite well.
You mean...
Yes, it was quite clearly imprinted on the chest area of the victim's jacket. The palm print of the defendant's very own hand.
What?
I can only think of one way Mr. Wright could have left a print like that. Intent on murder, he squarely pushed the victim towards the severed electrical cable.
Wah, wah, wah.
Oh, no. That's enough. I think we can conclude that there's no reason to continue with this cross-examination. Stick a fork in us, we're done.
Mr. Grossberg.
My hemorrhoids never lie. The show's over, Mayor. I knew that boy was guilty the first time I saw him.
No, you're wrong. Mr. Wright is innocent.
No further evidence is required to convince me of this man's guilt.
Your Honor.
At this time, I'm prepared to render a verdict in this case.
Wah.
Do you have something further to add, Miss Fay?
Is this what you want, Mr. Wright? You still haven't told us the truth. The whole truth. If you don't say something now, the judge is going to hand down his verdict. But I can't. I just can't say it. If I told you what really happened, then I'd be... It's okay, Mr. Wright. I'm your attorney. You can trust me. Miss Fay, no matter what it is you have to say, I believe in you, and I'll represent you to the very end.
We've already established the defendant's guilt. There's no further need for him to say anything.
Wait a minute! Mr. Wright, I'll tell you what really happened.
But I've already told you, Mr. Wright, there's no need for further.
I did it. I admit it. I pushed him. It's my fault. My fault that the dog swallow is dead. That girl. You shouldn't see her anymore. It's none of your business. I'm telling you for your sake. If you continue to see her, it's going to be bad news. You're lying! Just listen to me. There's something you need to know about that girl. Stop it! Don't talk about her like that! Wow. Ooh.
What you just said, was that the truth?
Yeah, I was afraid that if I told the truth, everyone would think I was the murderer for sure.
Well, as things currently stand, we're all absolutely convinced you are.
Please give me one more chance to explain. This time I swear I'll tell the whole truth. It'll be okay, won't it, Miss Fay? I believe in you. Oh, thank you. I still can't believe it. He really did push the victim.
Feels like my hemorrhoids are doing the Harlem Shake.
Fuck me. What a reference. When I pushed the victim. Good morning, April. That guy, he was talking bad about Dolly. Wow. Damn, Phoenix is strong. I lost my temper and gave him a shove. That moment, I heard some kind of loud noise. A little while after I left, I started to get worried. So I went back, but he was just lying there, dead.
Well, the explanation is really quite simple. When you pushed him, Mr. Swallow flew back and touched the electric cable. He died from the shock. And that, as they say, is that.
Simple explanation indeed.
At the time of the incident, a light rain had been falling. Wet from the rain, the victim was more easily electrocuted.
But when I pushed him, there weren't any electrical cables nearby. If there had been something like that, even I would have noticed it. That's true. Even a doofus like him couldn't miss that.
That's fair. Let me warn you right now that if your cross-examination doesn't yield any new facts, I intend to deliver my verdict without further delay. Are we clear on that?
Yes, Your Honor. Don't give up, Mia. If he is innocent, there must be some kind of evidence somewhere that'll prove it. Okay. He was talking bad about Dolly. If we just push him, let's push him on everything. Well, don't push him. Don't push him into a cable. What kind of things did Mr. Swallow say to you? He said all sorts of terrible things about Dolly. He said that she was a bad girl. Is that all? Yup.
Well, Miss Faye, you heard him yourself.
Oh, boy, you're not doing yourself any favors here, Mr. Rat. Please don't make this harder for me than it already is. Anyway, after he said that, I lost my temper and gave him a shove. Can you tell me about what happened in a little more detail? The guy, he just said what he wanted to say to me. And then he put on the jacket he was holding and started to leave. That's when I lost my temper and flew into a furious frenzy. I just gave him a light, gentle shove to the chest. He just had a weak British constitution. And when he did that, there were no severed cable anywhere to be seen. Right! There was nothing like that at all.
But is it possible that you merely overlooked it?
Well, I guess it's possible. What are you doing? Don't let that gas steamroll over you like cheap asphalt.
I believe what's important here is the moment the push occurred. Let's continue on with the testimony, witness.
At that moment, I heard some kind of loud noise. A little while after I left, I started to... Oh, shit. I skipped past the loud noise. After you shoved the victim, did you leave the scene right away? Yes, I did. I admit it. I was furious.
Not without even checking Mr. Swallow's condition?
Well, yeah, but like I said, I got worried about him later. We returned to the scene of the crime. At that time, did you see anyone else at the scene of the crime? No, nobody. Did that stupid cop possibly sound any phonier?
In that case, it's very hard to believe someone else could have been the murderer. Unless I can find something that shows his innocence from my testimony, my dear. I'm afraid the judge will make his final decision with no remorse whatsoever.
Yes, yeah, it's the loud noise. I should have questioned that. That's clearly more important. This. A loud noise? And what would you say that loud noise was, Mr. Rat? I'm not sure, but it was really loud. It was like, snap! You know, come to think of it, I wonder what that was.
Clearly, Your Honor, it was the sound of the victim being electrocuted.
You're not qualified to decide that. What should I do? I'm treading on some dangerous ground here. I gotta ask for more details. Mr. Wright, that loud noise you heard may be extremely important. Try to remember what it was. How do I put it? It was like a sharp crack. Aha! Could it have been? Yes, could it have been? Hurry up and tell us. When I pushed him, he dropped the umbrella he was holding. Oh. He fell right on top of it and it broke. That was probably the noise I heard.
An umbrella? Did that umbrella belong to the victim?
Yeah, it was a plastic umbrella. Cheap and frail, kind of like the owner. And again, I wish I had any kind of umbrella. It was totally soaked to the bone. Miss Faye, what do you think? Is there something important in that testimony just now? Well, of course it's important. This is it, Mia. The new information you've been waiting for. Of course it's important. No, this cheap umbrella is more than important. It's vital. I want to officially have it entered into the testimony.
Not perfectly fitting. Flimsy information for a flimsy lawyer.
The court agrees to the defense's request. Witness, please add the bit about the cheap umbrella to your testimony. After I shoved him, he fell down on top of his cheap umbrella. So Mr. Swallow fell on top of his umbrella. And you're certain of this? Yeah, it was right there under him. Actually, if it hadn't been under him, I was planning on borrowing it for myself. The umbrella, you mean? Well, yeah, you see, I was wearing this sweater here. Dolly stayed up late for nights at a time knitting it for me. I didn't want the rain to dampen the handmade symbol of her love.
My stomach is not to be used as your personal soccer ball, Mia.
And the implication that she's just booted him and just like hitting him. No, I'm so sorry.
Continue on with your testimony, witness.
So I think I pressed everything, right? So am I supposed to present? I think I'm supposed to present the picture, right? Because it shows he's not on top of the umbrella. I think. Why didn't you testify about the umbrella from the very beginning? Come on, if I had mentioned that, I would have been able to counter the prosecution's arguments earlier.
What do you mean by that?
Take another look at the crime scene photo. According to Mr. Wright, the victim fell on top of his umbrella. However, if you look closely, the umbrella is nowhere near the victim. Actually, it's by the electrical pole.
You're absolutely right.
The conclusion here is obvious. After the defendant left, the victim moved from where he fell. In other words, after he was pushed by the defendant, Mr. Swallow was still alive.
No!
Oh, order! The victim, he moved? Mr. Payne, the umbrella in this photo, where is it now?
Well, it was collected by the police at the crime scene.
I want it presented as evidence immediately.
Umbrella. This is a bop.
But the umbrella could have simply been blown there by the wind.
According to the testimony, the victim fell on top of the umbrella. There's simply no way it could have been blown there by the wind.
I know this matter of the umbrella seems relatively trivial, but as long as the smallest doubt remains, I cannot render final judgment.
No!
Is his hair gonna fall out in this trial?
I must say, I still find it hard to believe that a huge hole has been blown in the prosecution's case by the defendant's testimony.
Phoenix's testimony.
Well done, Mia. Mr. Payne, what are you chuckling about?
Pardon me, Your Honor. It seems I was expecting too much of a free ride. It was foolish to think I could establish guilt through cross-examination alone.
I'm afraid I don't follow what you're saying.
Let me guess. You have another witness.
Exactly. And this witness's testimony will be incontrovertible.
Well, who is this witness?
Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
Oh, she did it. She did it. Calling it now.
Dahlia Hawthorne? You don't mean Dolly?
I do, Your Honor. The defendant's very own lover is a witness to the whole thing. That's right. She was at the scene of the crime when the murder took place.
What?
Sorry to break the bad news to you, my dear.
Oh, so cool. Bad news. You couldn't be more wrong. Actually, I've been waiting for this.
You can't be serious.
Mia, what do you mean by that?
I think this is a good point for us to stop at. Court will now enter a 20-minute recess. Afterwards, we'll listen to the testimony of Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. Spade, I'm sorry about what happened back there. It's alright. At least you told us the truth in the end, Mr. Wright. Yeah? So I guess I can start to relax then, huh?
Relax, my boy. You can't be serious behind such important facts.
But the next witness is my Dolly, right? She'll save me. I just know she will. Why do you think that? Huh? What do you mean? She's the love of my life, that's why. The love of your life, huh? Would you mind telling me more about you and Miss Dahlia Hawthorne? Sure, no problem. Dolly and I, we first met about 8 months ago, right here in this very courthouse. Interesting. Actually, I'm studying to be a lawyer on the side. Yeah, anyway. One day, she and I just bumped into each other in the reading room downstairs. That's why I really think it was fate that brought us together. As soon as I set eyes on her, I knew she was the one for me. Oh, here! Take a look at this. Oh. She gave this to me the day we met as a symbol of our love. She'd been wearing it around her neck that day, but then she took it off. Before she gave it to me, she said, I want you to carry this.
So she gave it to you as a present, I see.
This darling little bottle is filled with memories of my darling little Dolly. It certainly is a little bottle, all right. It makes me so happy. I show it to everyone I meet. It's definitely got like poison in, right? It's like I bet she was being like tried, and it's like key evidence in that trial. I want to share my happiness with the whole world. Dahlia's present, borrowed from Phoenix Wright. Anyway. So after that, you and Miss Hawthorne started dating? Yeah, but she's so shy. Every time I see her, she always says the same thing to me. Please give it back now. Phoenix.
What a strange girl, asking for a present back like that.
By the way, Mr. Wright, the day you first met Dahlia Hawthorne 8 months ago wouldn't happen to have been on August 27th, would it? Huh? Yeah, it was. How did you... This happened on August 27th, right here in this courthouse. What's this? A newspaper clipping? Let's see. Murder in the courthouse. Murder?
What are you reading there? Let me see that. Oh, I see. Yeah, I think I understand what you're trying to say. But I think I understand why you suddenly took such a keen interest in this case.
Oh, is she like, did she know Dahlia already? Did she lose this case last time?
You believe there's some connection between these two cases, am I correct?
Newspaper clipping added. I hope you don't mind, Mr. Grossberg. I need to finish this myself.
Ah, yes, but I'm afraid what you have will not be enough, my dear. I'll go and have a look at the downstairs reading room and see what else I can find.
Thank you.
I want to do whatever I can to be of help for you, Mia. Well, it looks like recess is about over.
I guess so. That recess sure seemed longer than 20 minutes, though. PBC. Save. Oh yeah. Oh, interesting. So it has different. It saves every game in the same place. Okay, yeah, so we definitely did finish Justice for All. Okay. April 11th, 12:13 p.m. Oh, guys, give me just a minute. I just need to take a phone call. I'll be back. Sorry, I didn't realize it was dead quiet. Okay.
Court will now reconvene. Mr. Payne, please call your witness.
This next person is someone who witnessed the crime as it happened. The prosecution calls Miss Dahlia Hawthorne to the stand.
Well, she is a Southern Belle, but I'll have to give her a different voice. What's with this stiff silence?
In my long career as a judge, I have been deceived by many witnesses. It's my job to doubt, to take no one at their word. But in your case, I must admit that you radiate a glow of complete sincerity.
I can't believe he actually said that. Does he have a boner? Why is he like crouched like that? Gross.
Oh, now I'm witness. Could you please state your full name?
Don't worry, sweetie. There's no need to be nervous.
If anyone says anything rude, you can be sure I'll cut them right back down to size.
And I will bash them with my gavel.
I love how they look straight at me when they say that. Thank you for calming my nerves. You're all so nice. I almost feel right at home.
Not at all.
It was nothing.
If we may move on now, what is your full name and occupation? My name is Dahlia Hawthorne. I'm a junior in literature at Ivy University. I just want to say, it's an honor for me to be here in your noble presence.
The honor is all mine.
No, the honor is all mine.
Well, we know whose milkshake brings all the boys to the... Fuck me! I forgot, like, the weird dated references in these games. Sir?
Is there something I can help you with?
You just go and say whatever's on your mind.
I'm sure that there must be some kind of mistake. Feeny wouldn't kill anyone. I just know it.
Yes. I can see why you'd say that.
She's gonna be a tough witness, all right. It only took her 12 seconds to wrap them all around her little finger.
Now then, please proceed with your testimony. Let's hear about all what you witnessed on the day of the incident, if you please.
She is the correct level of pale for her redhead. I had been planning to go back to Feeny's place after class was over. Feeny and Dougie, they were talking behind the building. Then suddenly, Dougie got all wobbly and just collapsed. That's when Feeny noticed that I was there. I went to go and find some other students and they called the authorities.
I don't know what to say. According to you, Miss Hawthorne, the defendant didn't do anything wrong.
Young lady, as old as I am, even I recall how hot the flames of young passion can burn. Nevertheless, it is my job to discover the truth. Please tell us the truth.
But I would never. That's more than enough, witness. I won't allow this to continue.
What do you mean by that?
Please just let me proceed with my cross-examination, Your Honor. I, for one, don't plan to win my case on a bunch of paper-thin lies. You haven't changed a bit, Mia Fey.
Oh.
What's this? So you two are acquaintances?
Yes, we've met before. Once.
In any case, Miss Fey, the floor is all yours.
It's good to see you again, Madame Fey. Madam, I'm no one's grandma yet, girlie. Okay. Hold it! We'll just pressing everything. Unless I'm mistaken, Feeny, I mean Mr. Wright, was in the art department. If that's the case, then what were you doing by the pharmacology building? Well, I'm in the literature department. I'm studying Japanese senryu poetry.
Oh, how wonderful! Is that humorous yet satirical style of haiku, right?
Nothing left to do. When a man reaches this age, sleep is his best friend. That's supposed to be poetry? Sounds more like a midlife crisis. For me to get to the art department, I have to walk through that back area.
Oh, yes, I see. That makes sense. When I want to enter the courthouse, I always walk through the front doors.
How else would you enter? Teleportation? Feeny and Dougie, they were talking behind the building. Who is this Dougie person? Oh, I'm sorry, Doug Swallow. We were dating until about 8 months ago. So what were Dougie, Mr. Swallow and Mr. Wright talking about anyway? How can you be so mean? I would never eavesdrop. I wasn't raised to be so rude and unrefined.
That's right, Miss Fey.
Don't drag the witness down to your level.
Why am I being demonized here?
Please, go on. What did you see next?
I like how she's got butterflies flying around her. Then suddenly, Dougie got all wobbly and just collapsed. Are you saying the victim just collapsed on his own?
Yes.
In other words, the defendant never touched the victim, is that right? I was watching the whole time. Feeny never did a thing to Dougie. If I press her for no good reason, I just know the judge will get angry with me. What should I do about her testimony just now? Well, contradiction, because Phoenix said he pushed him. Feeble lies are not very becoming, Miss Hawthorne, so let's drop them, shall we? What? I would never...
Miss Fay, I will not allow you to badger this witness. I believe the defense is engaged in a fishing expedition. That is, she is no deporting. Please don't glare at me like that. I'm just doing my job.
Now then, Miss Hawthorne. Hawthorne? The defendant's palm print was found on Mr. Swallow's leather jacket. It's already been shown that Mr. Wright did, in fact, push the victim. What? There's no need to try and cover for the defendant. It would be much better if you came out and told us the whole truth. There's nothing to worry about, young lady. Just tell us everything that you saw. Yes, Your Honor. I will. If you don't mind, I'd like to revise my testimony. Looks like we're finally getting somewhere. Actually, I didn't see the moment he pushed Dougie. Interesting. You didn't see it? Well, I saw the moment when Dougie fell to the ground.
And at that time, there was only the two of them at the scene. The defendant, Phoenix Wright, and the victim, Doug Swallow.
Yeah, that's right. It didn't look like they were fighting, and I didn't hear anything unusual either. So then, what did it look like they were doing to you? I thought they were having a nice, friendly afternoon conversation. Oh, give me a break. That's why I really wasn't watching them all that closely.
Did you notice anything out of the ordinary at all?
No, nothing at all, Mr. Judge.
Oh, I like the sound of that, Mr. Judge. Now then, please proceed with your testimony.
I went to go find some other students and they called the authorities. When you say students, do you mean students from the pharmacology department? Yes, they're all very fond of their drugs. Please try to stay on topic. So to find some pharmacology students, you went to the labs, correct? That's what I was planning to do, but in the end, I wound up not going. A group of about 10 research students came running out of the building entrance. Somehow they all seemed to know what was going on. The students knew what was going on. Let's press for more details. How could the students have known what was going on? Well, I don't know for sure that they knew what would happen. It's just they all seemed kind of excited about something. Doesn't look like I'm going to get more info about the students.
Now, did the students call the police?
Yes, I was just so panicked.
Yes, well, anyone would have been, my dear.
That girl, she's telling a super obvious lie, and she knows it. She's just pretending to protect Phoenix Wright. That's gotta be it. Way to go, Mia! Okay, that means I'm gonna have to dig deep to find a contradiction on this one. Okay. They were talking behind the building. I didn't see the moment he pushed Dougie. It didn't look like they were fighting. I didn't hear anything unusual either. I went to go find some other students. They called the authorities. Right, that's the last one. So what's the court record I have? Is it that she didn't? She said she didn't hear any noise? Oh, I didn't check the newspaper clipping. Very little information is being disclosed at this time, since the victim of yesterday's incident in the district courthouse cafeteria is said to have been a lawyer. Police are questioning the 19-year-old female college student who was sitting with the victim. Ah. So it is, yeah, there's poison in the bowl. I think is it the umbrella? The victim fell on top of his umbrella. There was a loud sound when this happened. Like, that's a lie. So, okay. They've actually said she didn't hear anything unusual. Right? You say you didn't hear anything unusual. Is that correct? Yes. That's why I was very relaxed, looking at the scenery around me. That's nice, but I find that just a little odd. I have here the testimony of your boyfriend, Mr. Phoenix Wright. And he clearly testified to the effect that when he pushed the victim, he heard a sharp, loud noise. He said that? If you were really that close to the two of them, why didn't you hear this noise as well?
Well, maybe the noise just wasn't all that memorable.
But according to Mr. Wright's testimony, it was a sharp noise like a snap. There's no way a noise like that could fail to make an impression. May I have a moment to answer?
By all means.
I know the reason why I didn't hear the noise. I had my AirPods in. You see, the truth is, I had my headphones on, and I was listening to music at the time.
Headphones? You mean that both of your ears were covered?
The rain was just beginning to let up, but it seemed as though Thor wasn't ready for his stun to come to an end just yet. So the sky continued to flash and rumble. Thunder and lightning, huh? Yes, I'm afraid of the sound of thunder. So I put my headphones on to block it out.
Well, Your Honor, as you can see, there weren't any contradictions in her testimony after all.
Wait a sec, Mia. That testimony just now. She said something that could totally change this whole case. There was lightning, right? Your Honor, there's a problem with the witness's testimony.
What do you mean?
Didn't you notice? She said there was lightning, correct?
Yes, what about it?
Well, lightning is actually a large discharge of electricity in the atmosphere. Am I right?
Now's not the time for a science lesson, Miss Fay.
Yes, Your Honor. Anyway, since the cause of death was electrocution, isn't it possible that the victim died from being hit by a bolt of lightning?
I must admit that the thought had not occurred to me.
Just what kind of thoughts do occur to this guy anyway? This entire case is built on the premise that Mr. Doug Swallow was murdered. But that very premise itself is mistaken. The defense believes that Mr. Swallow was, in fact, the victim of a stray bolt.
It appears the defense may be onto something. Could it be that the death was actually accidental?
All right, you did it, Mia. I'll be taking that not guilty now if you...
I'm hurt that you have such a low opinion of me, Miss Fay.
What?
Not a fool, you know. The prosecution has done its research, Your Honor. We found that there were no lightning strikes on that day at that location.
Wah!
What's more, we have evidence that the electrical cable is definitely linked to this case.
Evidence, Mr. Payne? Well, what is this evidence?
This affidavit.
And who is this affidavit from?
The pharmacology students who were conducting experiments in their labs that day. Allow me to read out to the court the testimony of the pharmacology students. All equipment in the labs lost power all of a sudden at around 3 p.m. that day.
Was it a blackout?
All of the lab's equipment runs on high voltage, Your Honor.
So you're saying the equipment lost power because...
Precisely. They lost power because of the severed electrical cable. The power outage occurred at approximately 3 p.m.
Which fits with the time of death listed in the autopsy report.
Exactly. In other words, the victim died as a result of touching the severed electrical cable.
According
to the students, the cables were very old. They were planning on having them replaced in the near future.
I see.
Apparently the cables had become so brittle that even the smallest bump would have caused them to break.
Naruhodo. However, there is one thing that troubles me. If the cable could have been broken by any small bump, then it wouldn't have snapped if it hadn't been bumped into, correct?
Well, I suppose you could say that.
Miss Faye, do you have any thoughts regarding the cause of the severed cable? Your Honor? I don't like how this is looking one bit. I have to come up with something to try and regain some momentum. If it pleases the court, the defense would like to state its opinion. Well then, let's hear it. Who or what was it that caused the cable to break? Ooh. Was it the umbrella? Probably the umbrella, right? It's probably wrong, isn't it? Nope. Okay. That was a good line. Do I not lose health? Okay. Who or what was it that caused the cable to break? Alright, let's actually think about it. Okay. Okay. Like, are we saying it was... Are we saying it was Doug? Oh, okay. Wait. Huh? Okay. Okay. Who or what was it that caused the cable to break? Naruhodo. Naruhodo. Wasn't that umbrella? There was a loud sound. Are we saying it was a person? So it wasn't dog, and it wasn't the umbrella. I don't know, because we're not like we got like zero evidence to throw her under the bus. Wait, I'm not. Huh? Do we just show the? Do we just present the picture? Like, is this picture it? Oh my god! Wait, what? Then what is it? Okay, the interesting thing is, I guess maybe because it's the first case, it's like the tutorial case, right? It's like not, it's not, I'm not losing health or anything. The victim's watch stopped. It wasn't the umbrella. Like, what about this? Oh. Huh? Please think back to, so we're saying it wasn't the umbrella that was the sound, that it was the sound of the cable snapping that we heard? Well, aren't we throwing him under the bus with this? Please think back to Mr. Wright's testimony.
The defendant's testimony?
He said that after he pushed the victim, he heard a loud, sharp noise. Now, this happened at around 3 p.m., correct?
Yes, that sounds right. Wait, are you saying that...
The lab equipment lost power at 2:55, which fits right in Mr. Wright's timeline. Oh! So this oh, I see where she's going. This clears him because they might have snapped it, but he didn't push him into the cable because his watch stopped at like 5 minutes past 3. In other words, it was Mr. Wright's shove that caused the power outage.
The prosecution also came to that same conclusion. And it was that very shove that caused Mr. Swallow to be electrocuted.
Nuh-uh. I'm afraid I can't agree with you there, Mr. Payne.
What's that supposed to mean?
Take a good look at where the victim landed after being shoved.
See the umbrella? It's by the electrical pole. That's right. The victim banged into that pole as a result of being pushed. It was that impact that caused the cable to break.
Well, that makes sense. And then the victim was electrocuted.
Nuh-uh. I'm sorry, Your Honor, but no, it doesn't make sense at all. If the victim was shoved into the far pole, then he couldn't have been electrocuted by the severed cable in the foreground here. In other words, someone other than my client must have electrocuted the victim.
Order in the court.
Ah, the lamentations of my enemy. How I've longed to hear them.
It's true. The defense is absolutely correct. There doesn't seem to be any way the defendant could have done it.
Mr. Judge, sir, may I say something? The Madame Attorney's explanation. She's had some things that are a little different than I remember them.
What the?
You bitch. Please, just once more. May I please testify one last time? Please, Mr. Judge.
Oh, of course it's all right. Just go right ahead and give your new testimony.
This is it. She's finally starting to show her true colors. You bitch. Okay. Truth is, Feeney pushed him twice. The first time was into the electrical pole. That's when the cable broke. And Dougie tried his best to run away from him. Feeney caught up and crashed into him from behind. The cable snapping and Dougie being electrocuted. It all occurred in less than a minute. Oh, well, that's bullshit.
So after being shoved, the victim got up and tried to run away.
And that's when the defendant pushed him for the second time. I'm so sorry, Feeney, but I just have to tell the truth. Am I doing the right thing? Am I, Mr. Judge?
Of course you are, my dear. As painful as it may seem, you are. Now then, Mr. Fay, you may proceed with your cross-examination.
I've got you. I've got you now. So I don't know if I need to push everything, but I know what's a lie and how to prove it. Like this. This is definitely a lie, and I can prove it. Did you actually witness the moment the victim was electrocuted? I'm sorry, I didn't actually see it. I turned my eyes away.
It's understandable.
Yes, indeed. It would have been a horrific sight for anyone to behold.
If I don't figure out the contradiction here. Oh, okay. So I think I clearly just present, right? I could be getting ahead of myself, though. I could be getting ahead of myself, but like this proves that she's... Yeah, this proves she's lying. Take this, you bitch! That's enough, witness. I'm afraid I don't understand. You will in a minute. Could you please take a look at this picture? Oh, that medicine. That's the one Feeney likes to take for his cold. It's not the medicine I want you to look at. It's the wristwatch. Stopped at the precise time the victim was electrocuted. In other words, 3:05 p.m.
Yes, and your point is, Miss Fay?
My point is this. What time was it when the lab suffered that power outage due to the cable snapping? Well, according to the student's testimony, the answer is clear. It was 2:55 p.m. Would you care to explain to the court, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne, what exactly happened during this 10-minute interval? The defense proposes that it was during this interval that the real murderer killed Mr. Doug Swallow.
Order in the court. What is this?
This is nonsense. The real murderer?
Even you can't deny that the time between the cable breaking and the electrocution are completely unaccounted for. His objection gets me every time. Hey, you crew, what's up?
And who was it? Who else are you saying could have done it?
There's only one person who could have murdered Mr. Swallow. Only after my client had left the scene. Was there a window of opportunity for the real killer?
Miss Faye, is the defense ready to indict someone as this real killer?
It's finally time. This is the moment I've been waiting for. Yes, Your Honor. We're ready.
Very well. But remember, if you accuse the wrong person, you will be penalized. Think very carefully before you speak, Miss Faye. Now then, Miss Faye, let's have it. Who is the real killer?
Obviamente, it's this bitch. It could only have been you, Dahlia Hawthorne. How can you?
The defense is grasping at straws.
10 minutes passed between the time the cable broke and the time of the electrocution. What exactly were you doing during that whole time, Miss Hawthorne? Were you really listening to some music while cheering them both on as they fought? I find it hard to believe you didn't lift a finger to stop the man dearest to you.
Order, Miss Faye! What? I mean, what? That is to say...
Miss Hawthorne, I believe you did witness the two men fighting on that day. However, after Mr. Wright pushed the victim and subsequently left the scene, it was you who pushed Mr. Swallow to his death by your very own hands. Ah! Did I? Yeah, I did play the first and second. I played them on stream a while ago. I know the VODs of my playthrough of the second one on YouTube, but I think the first one might have been pre-YouTube. How can you say something so mean, Madam Faye? I didn't do anything.
Miss Faye, this is a very serious charge.
Oh, Phoenix! You simp! Your Honor, please, I have something I want to say.
You? Well, what is it?
Please strike everything the defense said just now from the record. What the? Are you daft? You're totally wrong, Miss Faye. Dolly, she couldn't do something like that.
Mr. Wright, get back in your seat. Bailiff, grab that man.
Ah! Leave my Dolly alone. That boy.
He's gotten himself way over his head.
Oh, Mr. Grossberg, you're back.
Seems I've arrived just in the nick of time. I found the police report on that incident in your newspaper clipping.
Police report. Thank you so much. This is exactly what I was hoping for.
You better take a good look at it. It, details how you came to lose your boyfriend.
Oh, she killed my boyfriend? That bitch!
Now then, the defense has made a very serious accusation. Mr. Payne, what do you have to say about this?
Well, really, Your Honor,
May I interrupt you for just a moment, Mr. Prosecutor?
Don't you worry, my dear. I have the situation well in hand. You go right ahead. Madam Faye, are you seriously accusing me of killing my sweet doggy? Yes, I am. Not only am I saying you murdered Doug Swallow, but you also tried to pin the whole thing on your current lover, Phoenix Wright! Good morning, dishonest. I told you should let me handle this. Sorry, please go ahead. How can you say that? I'm absolutely devoted to my dear Feeny. The notion that I would try to frame him is ludicrous. This is all just too much for poor little me to bear.
I believe the girl is trying to ask what on earth her motive would be.
The answer to that lies somewhere in this police report. It must. Flashback. 8 months ago, an incident occurred in this basement cafeteria of this building. And then that same day, the two of them accidentally meet. Your Honor, the defense requests further testimony from Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
Further testimony? What about?
About the events of the day when she first met the defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
What could that possibly have to do with his case?
The witness claims that she has no reason to frame the defendant. Am I correct? Well, I have evidence that suggests that she, in fact, had a very good reason.
Very well, then. The court grants the defense's request. Young lady, would you mind staying on for just a little longer?
Of course not, Mr. Judge. Get ready for the battle of your life, Dahlia Hawthorne. How I met my Feeny. I first met my darling Feeny 8 months ago. It's like we were destined to meet in this very courthouse's basement reading room. The moment our eyes met, my heart skipped a beat. We've been going out ever since that fateful day. We're so lovey-wovey, we literally make people sick. It's just jealousy, I think.
Mr. Wright, do that again and you'll be held in contempt of court.
And now we enter the final act of our little drama.
As we used to say in the days of my youth, go get her.
Okay. I'm not sure what she was lying about, but I guess we can press. Okay. I'll just push her on everything because I'm not sure. So until that time, you've been dating Doug Swallow. Yes, I'm a real fool, I know. Letting my emotions change so quickly. I'm ashamed of myself.
No, not at all. Look at me. I'm infamous for changing my mind. My critics have even taken to calling me Judge Fickle.
Maybe you should look for a different line of work.
Despite that, however, he always hands down the correct verdict. That's why some people also call him the Great Judge Edie.
It's like we're destined to meet in this very courthouse's basement reading room. The courthouse reading room, that's a strange place to meet the love of your life. That's not true, Madam Faye. After all, Feeny was not only an art student, but he was also planning on becoming a lawyer. I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about you, Miss Hawthorne. What was a literature student like you doing in a courthouse reading room?
This line of questioning is a waste of time. It has nothing to do with our murder case.
Miss Faye, I'm warning you. If this has nothing to do with Mr. Swallow's case...
I have to remember the judge is on Dahlia's side. I'd better tread carefully. We'll keep pressing. Your Honor, if you'll allow me some latitude, I think I can establish relevance. Please ask her to continue on with her testimony.
Very well. Young lady, I've got a simple question for you. What were you doing downstairs in the courthouse reading room?
If it pleases Your Honor, the answer is simply this. I had come to this courthouse to do some research for a paper I was writing. Okay. You're writing a paper? On what? On the relationship between modern Senryu poetry and the criminal underworld.
Oh, that sounds like a fascinating research idea.
Am I getting old? Nah, I've even forgotten what I've forgotten. Again with the midlife crisis stuff.
Yeah, why did that girl really come to the courthouse? Isn't that what you wanted to know? And speaking of forgotten things, you haven't forgotten the police report, have you?
Oh shit, I have forgotten the police report. I didn't even look at it. Okay. Diego Armando. Suspect, yes. Armando ingested poison while interviewing the suspect regarding another case. Traces of poison were found in the victim's coffee cup. No poison was found in the vicinity or on the suspect's person. It's unclear how the poison. Okay, so we know where we're going. We know where we're going. She gave Phoenix the poison. It's in the necklace. Okay. So what was it about Mr. Wright that made your heart malfunction like that? In my personal opinion, he just looks like a typical snotty-nosed college brat. Perhaps to a woman your age, but to me, Feeney's handsome. Perhaps to you, Miss Hawthorne, but to the rest of the planet, he's a dime a dozen. Hey, come on, Mia, there's no need for that.
Love is a mysterious thing, and I object to this line of questioning. If you were to look at my wife, for example, you might all be shocked.
He's telling the truth. It was truly, truly shocking. She's a smoke show.
Beautiful mushroom, growing tall in the darkness. It comes from cow dung. That's the poem that best describes how I feel about my Feeny. Okay. I'm just going to press everything as per. Were there any bad feelings between you and Mr. Swallow? No, none at all. We parted on very good terms. But that can't be.
Our investigation also shows that it was a clean breakup.
Huh? Are you sure?
Yes, it seems they both wanted it that way.
So the victim wanted to break up with her. So you're saying that Mr. Swallow also wanted to break up with you? Well, you see...
What a cruel thing to ask a lovely young lady like this. Anyway, I have never once considered leaving my wife.
No one cares, Mr. Payne.
She didn't deny it. That must mean... Doug Swallow must have seen through her little act. He must have gotten a glimpse of her true nature.
Listen to me, Mia. That woman has the judge in the palm of her hand, you see. So the only way to discredit her is to find a contradiction in her testimony.
Okay. Okay. Oh, that's bullshit, right? That's not why she came. She came to speak to the lawyer. Miss Hawthorne, you weren't here because of your research paper, were you? Didn't you actually come here for a much more important reason?
What is the meaning of that cocky smile on your face, Miss Fay?
8 months ago, right here in this very courthouse, there was another tragedy.
Another tragedy?
Do you mean the incident in which an attorney was poisoned?
The name of the suspect in that incident is listed here in this report. And that name is Dahlia Hawthorne. Yes, the sweetie pie of everyone's eye. That's going to be my new YouTube intro. What's up, everyone? It's me, the sweetie pie of everyone's eye. Punk rock. Punk brock. Punk brock. Punk brock. Brock brock. She was the prime suspect in a criminal case just 8 months ago.
Order! Order! This is unbelievable! It's true then that the loveliest road can... Oh,
Miss Faye, that's unfair! You can't slander my witness with an unrelated case. Winston Payne will not allow it.
Mr. Prosecutor, I believe I was speaking.
Yeah, pardon me. Go right ahead.
It's true that about 8 months ago, the police expressed some interest in me.
expressed some interest, huh?
Mr. Judge, sir, I know I'm under oath, so I'll tell you the absolute truth. I did not commit the crime that occurred during that incident 8 months ago.
I see.
Okay, I've tied the two crimes together. Now I've just got to stay on the offensive.
Well done, Mayor. Oh, you've really lit a fire in my heart and my buttocks. I can hardly tell which is more inflamed, my spirit or my hemorrhoids.
I forgot like the weird sense of humor this game has. I met the lawyer who was poisoned to discuss something in the cafeteria that day. I left my seat for just a moment, and that's when it happened. From what I heard, it was a liquid poison that is lethal at just 2 teaspoons. Not only that, I heard it was a very special kind of poison. Oh, wrong voice. She just looks like a Southern Belle, but I already gave Mia that voice. So you see, I'm innocent. I wouldn't even know how to get a poison like that.
So that's what happened 8 months ago.
However, as you've heard from the witness's testimony, she had nothing to do with it. I think the defense is just about out of tricks.
I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Payne, but I'm afraid the defense has many more tricks up its sleeve today. And I'll be sure to show them to you before the end of this cross-examination.
Nah. What does the defense suddenly feel stronger?
Mia, you're glowing with a true lawyer's aura, my dear. A proud posture and self-confidence. Absolutely smashing.
Okay. I met the lawyer. Okay, well, we'll just press. Press. What were you talking about with the defense attorney? Well, I'm sorry, but that's confidential.
According to the report, you were being interviewed regarding another case.
The lawyer that was killed. He said he wanted to talk about an incident I was caught up in when I was younger. Why don't you tell us all about that incident?
That has absolutely nothing at all to do with his case.
Objection sustained. The defense's question is stricken from the record.
You get involved in a lot of incidents, don't you, Miss Hawthorne? Well, I guess I was just born under a bad sign. Don't worry, Dolly. I'll protect you.
You heard the man. Now that is true love, young lady.
Oh, Feeny, please. Those two really are making me ill, albeit for decidedly different reasons. I left my seat for just a moment, and that's when it happened. From what I heard, though, it was a liquid poison that's lethal at just 2 teaspoons. Oh, fuck, sorry. I realized I was supposed to be pressing. A special kind of poison? How so? Well, I heard that it's almost impossible to detect.
Well, and where would something like that come from?
I'm sorry. All I know is what I overheard the policeman saying. They said something about using advanced chemical processes to purify it. Oh, so Dog provided the poison? Is that what it is?
Chemical processes? Well, that's quite impressive. Most impressive.
The better question is, how did the criminal get something like that? Right, okay, I understand now. I wouldn't even know where to get a poison like that, right? So that's wrong, isn't it? Can I present something, though? Like, can I present a dog? You wouldn't know how to get that kind of poison. I don't believe you. What? In fact, you had easy access to that kind of poison, didn't you? At your boyfriend's lab?
Boyfriend? You mean the victim, Doug Swallow?
That's right. Up until 8 months ago, Miss Hawthorne was dating Mr. Swallow. And if you'll recall, Mr. Swallow was a pharmacology student at Ivy University.
Pharmacology?
His laboratory contained highly advanced chemistry equipment. In fact, without such equipment, the culprit could never have obtained such a rare and special poison. Well, Miss Hawthorne, it seems you had access to such a poison after all. And then, it was a matter of slipping it into the victim's coffee when he wasn't looking. The only person who could have done that was the one sitting at this very table. You!
No!
Order! What could it be?
It's nothing but a basil
May I say something, Madam Faye? What is it, Miss Hawthorne? The amount of poison in the coffee was 2 teaspoons, correct? In order to carry that much liquid, you'd need some sort of container. Oh, you've fallen into my trap.
Oh, yes, that's true.
I was searched immediately after the incident took place.
Quite true. In fact, the entire courthouse was turned upside down.
But they didn't find a suspicious container anywhere, did they? She's right. They even mentioned that in the report. Well, you could have easily gotten rid of something that small. Excuse me, madam, but this is a court of law. If you're saying I threw the poison container away, I think you need to show some kind of proof.
Me, you've got the proof. Provide some evidence or I'll have to disallow this line of questioning, Miss Faye. Unless we can come up with some evidence, we're going to lose the lead.
The police conducted a full-sided search of Dahlia and all of the entire courthouse. And yet the container holding the poison disappeared right after the crime occurred.
If we're going to accuse the young lady of committing the murder, then where is the container the poison was carried in? What happened to it?
It's here! You were forced to get rid of the container in a hurry, weren't you? And that's why you passed it on to someone that had nothing to do with the case. Someone that you knew wouldn't be searched.
Who is this person?
Mr. Phoenix Wright, of course.
The defendant was this witness's accomplice?
Of course not. She gave the poison to him, disguised as a present. What? But that's...
That's a charming little necklace. Is this a little bottle? It's really quite cute. So what about it? What does it mean, Miss Faye?
The day that the witness met and fell for Mr. Phoenix Wright was 8 months ago. August 27th. The very same day as the poisoning incident. Under the pretense of love, the witness gave my client a present. All for the purpose of hiding the one piece of evidence that would give her away.
What? Are you saying there's a deadly poison in here?
No, there's no longer any poison in that bottle. However, I'm certain if the crime lab were to analyze it, they would find a trace amount.
No!
Did she crack that easy?
Order in the court.
Phoenix! On behalf of Dolly, I object.
Mr. Wright, control yourself.
I won't let you bully her like this.
Mr. Wright, I thought I told you to stay in your seat.
Mr. Wright, why? Why are you going through so much trouble to protect her? Why? Because I'm madly in love with her.
Madly in love. I haven't heard anyone say that in a long time.
Mr. Wright, have you ever thought about this? Why exactly would a woman like Dahlia Hawthorne want to date you anyway? Why are you throwing so much shade at Phoenix?
Well,
I guess she must be madly in love with me too. Mr. Rat, please open your eyes. At this point in the trial, I think it should be obvious to everyone. The real reason Dahlia Hawthorne is dating you is because of that necklace. Right? Dahlia Hawthorne was not and is not madly in love with you. The only thing she's after is that bottle necklace you love to wear around your neck. My necklace? Back there in the waiting room, you said it yourself. Yeah, but she's so shy. Every time I see her, she always says the same thing to me. Please give it back now. John, hello.
What a strange girl, asking for a present back like that.
For Dahlia Hawthorne, that necklace is irrefutable evidence of her crime. That's why she absolutely had to get it back. You're lying! But you never gave it back to her. And to make things worse for her, you insisted on showing it to everyone you met. That's why she... I don't believe you. No! That's a lie! Ugh. Yeah, you alright? Oh, the defendant, he's getting away. Bailiff, hurry! After him! Did Phoenix run away?
Yeah, you alright?
Yeah, I think so.
That boy, he went completely insane.
Where's Mr. Wright?
It looks like the bailiff caught him, so he should be back soon enough.
Oh, goodness. Oh, no!
What is it?
The bottle necklace! Mr. Hawthorne's present. It's gone!
What? That's terrible.
Mr. Wright must have grabbed it when he slammed into me.
Foolish boy. That's the only thing that could have saved him. What in blazes are we supposed to do now?
Phoenix. You sausage.
Mr. Wright, this sort of behavior is unprecedented in the history of this court.
I'm sorry.
I'm afraid that your apology is not enough.
Mr. Wright, what did you do with the bottle necklace? Forgive me, I'm sorry. It's okay. Just give me back the necklace. I ate it. He ate it?! You what? You ate it? It was too big to swallow, so I had to chew it into little bits first. But yeah. What was it made out of? Fucking licorice? What is he doing now? Your Honor, you gotta stop the trial and get us some heavy-duty laxatives. Mr. Wright, are you feeling okay? Does your stomach hurt? That bowl you swallowed may have had some poison left in it.
It seems the defendant has proven the prosecution's case for us. Clearly, that bottle did not contain a deadly poison.
How can you be so sure?
I think that's obvious. As you can see, the defendant is still very much alive. As for the poison, more like a fledgling defense attorney's overactive imagination.
So it would seem. No, there must be some mistake. The bottle must not have had any poison left in it. Either that or poison must have lost its potency.
There. It's alright, rookie. Trusting your client is the most noble thing a defense attorney can do. And it's heartwarming to see that you place this much faith in Mr. Wright. But that's how it is for us on the prosecution side, too. For example, I would trust the witness, Miss Hawthorne, with my very life. Which is why I can state that your assessment of her is completely wrong.
That's enough. Unfortunately, Miss Fay, I cannot accept your explanation of the events.
But why?
This may be impossible for a beginner like you to understand. But in a court of law, evidence is everything.
Even after I proved so much, is she going to get away with everything?
Well, now that suspicion surrounding Miss Hawthorne has been cleared up, I would like to proceed with the trial.
Mr. Rat? He's got a poop. I'm sorry, Miss Faye. Totally slipped my mind. I'm really, really sorry. I know you believed in me. I feel like I really let you down. Mr. Rat, what are you trying to say?
Hello
Whoa!
and welcome to Punk Brock's Discount Twitch Stream Warehouse. We have good vibes at a low cost. For the low price of you clicking the follow button, we have for you all of our finest emotes, channel point redemption things, and so much more. So make yourself comfortable because you won't like what happens if you try and leave. Click the follow button if you came in on the raid, or I'll find out where you live.
Yeah, hey Celeste, what's up? Thank you so much for the raid. How you doing? Let me sorry, we just I like the tension there of like us getting to a really crucial part in this trial. This is a classic. This is a classic time to raid. Thank you. Whoa, you were playing Hypnospace Outlaw? I didn't finish that game. I like played it a bunch and didn't finish it. Shoot, I should go back to it. How are you finding it? Please go follow Celeste if you don't already. Anyone over on Twitch? Dude, that game's really cool. Did you keep your virtual hamster alive? Did you get a virtual hamster in the game? Mine died so often. I couldn't keep April alive. Is it your internet? What do you mean? Oh, you only started today. Oh, no spoilers. Well, I mean, it's not. Can you even spoil that game? Probably. You can get a virtual hamster. Spoilers. But welcome in. If anyone is here with the raid, hey, if you need to go, Celeste, no stress. Thank you so much for the raid. If anyone is joining for the first time, hi, I'm Punk Brock. I'm a punk guinea pig VTuber. I do silly voices, and I have arms that bang on the desk like this. We're playing Phoenix Wright. Is it my internet? What are you talking about, Dishonest? Yes, we're playing the third game in the trilogy. We're playing Trials and Tribulation. It suddenly became super choppy. Oh, everything seems okay on my end. I don't know. But yes, welcome in. We've just got to a crucial part in the trial. We're on the tutorial trial, but it's still very fun. It went wonky. Twitch was fine. Oh, I don't know. YouTube? Por favor. Okay, so Phoenix is about to tell us something. Phoenix just ate the PC. So even though this is a Phoenix Wright game, escaping Phoenix Wright spoilers. Yeah, no stress. It's so funny. I went from like playing Danganronpa, which I guess everybody who wanted to watch has already played before, to I've had at least 2 people want to avoid Phoenix Wright spoilers. That's fair enough. Thank you so much again for the raid. But yeah, Phoenix. So okay, now we've got this break in the stream. So what's happening is, I assume this is like some kind of prequel, or like this is how Mia and Phoenix first met. So we're defending him. He's been accused of murdering somebody. And basically I think the person that he murdered is like related to another trial that Mia's first trial. This is like Mia's like early rookie days as an attorney. So that's what we're currently working through. Anyway, Phoenix just ate a key piece of evidence, so we'll see where this goes.
What is it?
That day, the day I met Doug Swallow. That girl, you shouldn't see her anymore. Hey, it's none of your business. I'm telling you for your sake. If you continue to see her, it's going to be bad news.
You're lying.
Just listen to me. There's something you need to know about that girl. Last night, someone stole some poison from our lab.
But poison?
The same thing happened 8 months ago. A drug sample was stolen. She came to the lab that time too. It could only have been her. That girl's a thief.
Stop it.
Don't talk about her like that. I like how he led with thief as opposed to murderer. Is it true? Did he really say that?
It's ridiculous.
There's one more thing. After I pushed him that day, I got worried and came back to have a look. Oh, and she was there. Dolly was right there. She was crouched down next to him. What? She told me not to ever tell anyone about it, but I'm sorry, Dolly.
Your Honor, this is the defendant is Miss Faye. You tell them.
Dolly didn't do it. She's innocent. Phoenix. So Dahlia stole poison 8 months ago too, huh? If you put that together with Mr. Wright's testimony, then there's only one possible conclusion. The defense believes that Miss Dahlia Hawthorne stole some poison on the night before she killed Doug Swallow.
The night before?
Naturally, her motive for stealing it was to kill someone.
Miss Faye.
If you're so certain of your theory, then let me ask you this.
Mia, this is your last chance. Think carefully now. There's something that she desperately wanted to get back. Therefore,
Exactly who was Miss Dahlia Hawthorne planning to kill?
Phoenix! Would I take the fall for them? How much do I love them? I mean, context dependent. Like, who did they kill and why? If they killed my mom, I might not cover for them. There was one person that was standing squarely in Miss Dahlia Hawthorne's way. And that person was Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Me? It's preposterous. After all, it was Doug Swallow that was murdered.
Well, it's true that that's how things worked out. But let's remember that Mr. Swallow died of electrocution, not poison. The person that Miss Hawthorne was planning to poison was, in fact, you, Phoenix Wright.
But how could that be? I thought Mr. Bright and Miss Hawthorne were in love.
Oh, Mr. Wright, this must be killing him. Hang in there. I'll bring her to justice. I swear it. As I said before, the only thing Miss Hawthorne truly cared about was the one piece of evidence linking her to that incident 8 months ago. That's right, the bottle necklace.
But what do you say? Why? Why would she go so far as to murder him?
8 months ago, just after the fall of that attorney in the basement cafeteria. Dahlia Hawthorne could think of only one thing. How to get rid of the bottle necklace as quickly as possible. No, it can't be. It was a pretty good move she made, too. The evidence was missing for a long time. But there was just one big problem. Although she got him to hide the evidence, Mr. Wright refused to return it to her. To him, the tiny little bottle was a cherished treasure. He even showed it to everyone he met.
I mean, that's why she tried to kill Mr. Wright?
Correct, Your Honor. It was to retrieve that piece of evidence.
That can't be true.
Feeny, what a joke you are. Oh! Honestly, how can any woman ever count on you for anything? I even told you time and time again to keep your trap shut about me and that necklace. You disgust me.
Miss Hawthorne?
It appears that we're nearing the end of this trial. Fine. I can tell you plan on making me into a criminal no matter what I say. You are a criminal, Miss Hawthorne. We'll see about that. But first, where's your evidence? It seems your snivelling little crybaby of a client has eaten the bottle as a snack. Well, hey, old man, you senile or something? Why don't you say something instead of sitting there with that dumb look on your face?
Miss Hawthorne, what's happened to you?
Are you really that shocked? Or do you prefer me this way, Mr. Judge? With absolutely no proof, you treat a voluntary witness like she's a mass murderer. Oh, I have nothing more to say. I'll be heading home now if you don't mind.
But we're not finished.
Fine. Then ask this nasty old hag to finish up already. She's like... How old do you think Mia is in this game? Like fucking 23 or something? Isn't this her first case? I can't let her get away this time.
Stop, Mia. If you keep on pushing without any evidence, you could pay the ultimate price as a lawyer.
The ultimate price?
You'd be forced to take off your attorney's badge forever, I'm afraid.
No. You better think it over carefully, Miss Faye. Or should I say, Miss Gray?
Well, Miss Faye, can you provide evidence that would establish her guilt once and for all?
If I mess up here, my career as a lawyer is over. Can I provide evidence? I feel like the cold medicine is probably really important. But it's covered in things. Like, can I? To be honest, at this point I don't have any evidence that's well founded. Even so, I'd rather lose my attorney's badge than let her get away with murder. Your Honor, the defense would like to present proof.
Impossible! You can't possibly!
Stupid woman.
It is the opinion of the court that there has already been enough discussion. Therefore, I will allow only one piece of evidence to be presented.
Just one?
If you are able to establish her guilt, but I'm afraid that a very harsh verdict will immediately be handed down on Mr. Wright.
I understand, Your Honor. Oh, I get it now. It is the painkillers. It is the painkillers. I can just imagine the headlines for tomorrow's newspaper. Up-and-coming lawyer plummets to earth before she gets the chance to soar. She was planning to poison. Yeah. So she put the poison in the painkillers, and that's why he took him off. That's why Doug took him. She was planning to poison Mr. Wright. If that's the case, then the poison was probably in there.
Well then, Miss Faye, please present your evidence.
Yes. This. Here it is, Your Honor. The evidence that will prove her guilt once and for all.
Cold Killer X? Phoenix Wright's beloved cold medicine?
Maybe you should just have fucking Kokichi's laugh.
Does our rookie defense attorney have a bit of a cold?
If I did, I still wouldn't take this cold medicine. After all, it's been poisoned!
What?
Remember what the defendant said in his testimony? But I lost my bottle of it around lunchtime on the day of the accident. I always eat with Dolly. Just the two of us. She was the one who took his bottle of Cold Killer X. Then she poisoned it, knowing that Mr. Wright was going to take some.
Now you're really grasping at straws. After all, it was the victim, Doug Swallow, that was holding your medicine.
I would like the court to recall the crime that happened here 8 months ago. Where did Miss Hawthorne hide the evidence?
Huh? What are we talking about?
8 months ago, the poison was hidden in her bottle necklace, which she then gave to someone else for safekeeping. Oh, she was holding his hand as he died. Someone she had accidentally run into in the reading room. My client, Mr. Phoenix Wright. That's right. She did the same thing this time as well. After shoving the victim, Mr. Phoenix Wright left the scene of the crime. That is when the murderer, Dahlia Hawthorne, appeared. With her, she was carrying the poison bottle of Cold Killer X. This, of course, was so she could carry out her plan to murder Mr. Wright.
I believe she did testify that she was going to meet with the defendant.
Yes, and she heard and saw everything that happened at the scene of the crime, including what the defendant and victim were arguing about, and the cut electrical cable. That's when she realized, I can't allow Doug Swallow to live. She used the severed electrical cable to silence him forever. Unfortunately for her, this is when the problem occurred. Mr. Wright, who she thought had left the scene, came back to check on the victim. And on top of that, because of the power outage, some students showed up as well. It's hardly any wonder that she was, as she put it, in a state of panic. Recall that she was carrying that bottle of poison cold medicine. She must have thought, what if they searched me like they did 8 months ago?
8 months ago?
Yes, she disposed of the evidence exactly the same way as she did back then. She had someone else hold it. In this case, Doug Swallow.
Oh, come on now, everyone. Surely you aren't fooled, are you? Stupid woman. She's nothing but a filthy, stinking liar.
Right, Mr. Prosecutor?
Yeah, that's exactly right. It's just pure desperation.
I wonder which one of us is the desperate one. So, Miss Hawthorne, this cold medicine, I wonder if you wouldn't mind taking some. Well, Mr. Wright ate that necklace of yours, right? Now it's your turn to prove your innocence. What do you say? If I'm just a filthy, stinking liar, then there's no need to worry. So come on, show us! I dare you to take some of this medicine right now.
Me a feet, me a feet!
Oh! Do you think you've won? Well, do you, Mia Fey? That's just fine. For the time being, victory is yours. For the time being. Well, I have a very long memory, you know. You and I will meet again. I'm certain of it. Oh, so this is maybe backstory? Well then, Mr. Judge. I'll see you later too. Okay? Ooh. Is she like a villain in one of the later arcs or something?
Why, yes.
I'm going to go spend a little quality time with the men in blue now. I wish you all the best. She's so villainous. She just accepted it. Who do I want to be my judge? The judge or Monokuma? Do you think there's like a fan? Do you think there's like a fan mashup game? Phoenix Wright, X, Danganronpa. It's finally all over.
I refuse to accept this.
She fucking admitted it, you little dickhead.
The defense hasn't shown a scrap of evidence to support this outrageous claim.
But even so, your witness seems to have accepted it.
I don't care. I'm with the pain. And I don't believe one word that this rookie lawyer is dead.
Well then, Mr. Payne, let me ask you this.
Yeah?
Would you care to try this cold medicine?
What?
Just a little earlier, I could have sworn you said...
Yeah, there. It's alright, rookie. For example, I would trust a witness with my very life.
So, if she's so trustworthy, then I'm sure there couldn't possibly be poison in here, right?
Well,
And here comes the back pedal. Come on now, rookie killer. Show this rookie how it's done. How much trust do you really have for this woman? Are you willing to bet your life?
yeah.
Yeah! Hair is flying off my beautiful hair. Does this happen in like every game? I don't remember how the other games start. Does he lose more and more hair? Is this like a bit with this character?
Mr. Payne, about Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
Yes, Your Honor. I'll file papers for her immediate arrest.
Tragic, but not surprising. I knew there was something suspicious about her from the very beginning.
Don't lie. Just admit you were wrong.
By the way, Miss Faye,
Yes, Your Honor.
was it just me, or did you and Miss Dahlia Hawthorne seem to know each other?
Oh yeah, they didn't say they didn't say what the crime that she was being interviewed for was. So I wonder if the previous crime was to do with Mia. Your Honor, whether we did or not has no bearing on this case.
Very well. Miss Payne,
This can't be happening. It's a nightmare. It's like losing to my daughter.
it appears Mr. Payne has lost his spirit along with his hair. Does the defendant have anything further to say?
Can't be true. My dear Dolly.
Very well then. I believe I'm ready to pass judgment and bring this trial to an end. The court finds the defendant, Miss Phoenix Wright,
Not guilty. Yay! Woo!
This court is adjourned.
Beep 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 beep. 316.
I'm very wonderful in there.
Thank you for everything, Mr. Grossberg.
During the verdict, I thought my hemorrhoids were going to explode like Mount Vesuvius.
Mr. Grossberg, do you maybe think you could stop talking about him?
That's rather rude. Anyway, this case really made me think. What does it really mean to have a relationship of mutual trust with the client? Perhaps it is we veteran lawyers who have lost sight of this.
Oh, Mr. Wright, congratulations.
Thanks. I was thinking.
Go on. Dolly that I saw up down the witness stand. I don't think it was really her. What? Yeah, the Dolly I know could never have said those kinds of terrible things. Maybe she was like, I don't know, a fake or something? Boy, this poor kid still hasn't got a clue. You need to forget about her, Mr. Rat, for your own sake. Yeah, you're right. It's probably for the best. Also, you need to relax a bit more. Try to grow up a little. But out of all my friends, everyone says I'm the most grown up. What kind of company does this guy keep? now I'm studying to become a lawyer myself. That's what you keep saying. But I thought you were in the art department. More like the fart department. But there's a friend that I desperately want to help. And if I hurry, then I should still be able to save him in time. I see. Say, Miss Faye. A lawyer's someone who can help people when they're in trouble, right? Mr. Wright, I'm still new at this myself. But I think that's exactly what a lawyer is. Okay, I'm gonna do it. I'll study my butt off. I'll become a lawyer for sure. I hope we see each other again someday. Maybe even in a court. Maybe I'll see the ghost of you inhabit your sister. It's been 5 years since I was acquitted of all charges. I became a lawyer like I planned. I managed to save my friend. But Mia's passed on to a better place. For me, this trial brings up a lot of painful memories. But it also brings up some very precious ones. Memories that I thought would never rise to the surface again. Mia's gone now. But even so, I can hear her in my mind. Phoenix, no matter what, always believe in your client. In a court of law, your greatest weapon is your belief. 5 long years. Something has happened that's made me think back to her words of wisdom. That is a story for another day. Episode 1, Turnabout Memories, the end. Ooh, this guy! I'm excited to meet this guy. A brand new episode has been added. Yes. That guy's called, he's called Gado, right? I'm pretty sure that's what that guy's called. Fuck yeah. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Well, look, I mean, it feels like I'm finishing early, but like, I don't know. I don't want to rush it. I'm going to just do like one chapter at a time. I feel like that's what I did before. Because this game is like nowhere near as long as Danganronpa, right? Well, I know it gets longer. Like that was a tutorial. Oh, Godot. Is it Godot? I thought it was Gado. Waiting for Godot. Yeah, I know, because there's like I think it's structured kind of like Danganronpa, right? Where you have like the investigation phase and then you have the trial. But then I think the trial's in 2 parts. I think it's a pretty similar, but I think there's just a lot less chapters. I don't know. I think there were, yeah, because there's 4 chapters in the part 2. I mean, maybe this one's longer. Who knows? But either way, I'm pretty like happy with how the schedule went this week. Like playing a bunch of different games, but like kind of spreading them out a bit and not like just like pushing through on one game and like that's all I play. So yeah, this is good. This is good. I'm doing good. Although probably next week I'm probably gonna cut down a little bit because I've got like a couple of fun. I think I'm doing a repo collab again tomorrow morning, which will probably be a little less hectic because I think it's just with Saki and Tish. So there's just gonna be 3 of us, which is a lot less than the fucking like 8 or 9 there was on the other collab. Both are fun. It's just it can get a little hectic. I think it's a lot of people. And then I have a Peak collab on Saturday, which should be fun. So I'm gonna call it there. I think I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna come back to Phoenix Wright. I'm gonna try and restrain myself because I'm home for a little bit now. I'm just gonna try and like slowly work my way through these games. I'm excited to get back to Slay the Princess, but I'm just like I'm gonna wait till Monday. Same with Pokemon. Same with this. I think those 3 are gonna be my kind of like ongoing games moving forward, and then we'll just do other fun little things in between. I don't know. I bought a bunch of stuff on Steam because obviously the Steam sale. Has anyone ever played Sea of Thieves? I kind of want to get into Sea of Thieves. I want to be a pirate. I also was playing last night a game called Keep Driving, which was pretty good. Which is like a roguelite. Roguelite? I think it was a roguelike. So I don't know if there's progression. But that was pretty cool. It was pretty interesting, like pretty mechanically dense. I played it for like a good couple of hours and like still haven't really gotten super into the run. So like it's quite a long run as far as like roguelikes go. But it was cool. It's a cool game. Yeah. All right. Okay, guys. Is anything going on Twitch? Let's see. Let's have a look. Well, GG's. Yeah, I'm not gonna rush it. Oh, hell yeah. Twitch. Let's send you over to Shiatori. Who's a cute? Are they a mouse or a rat? I forget. I believe they are a rodent. I believe we are rodent gang. So if you're in Twitch, go and say hello to them. They're really nice. They're another European VTuber as well. So support us. All right, guys. I'll see you tomorrow for some repo. Yeah. All right. Goodbye.
Can we get much higher?